Welcome to another episode of the Victor's Nation Show. I am your host, Jason Robinson. People, Derek McCarty and Dre Fame. Like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for free and brand new. Follow us on Spotify now if you like our voices, but maybe not our faces. Basketball is the topic tonight. Why the hell not? The program is generating a lot of excitement right now in Dusty May's second tour. So let's get after it. Let's rage, boys. What do we got? Take it away, Derek.
Yeah, excited about basketball season, excited about football season. A lot of big things going on, a lot of changes in college athletics. I think across the board, I feel like Michigan's headed in the correct direction with the way that they're playing everything right now in general. But if you did not catch what Jason mentioned at the introduction of the show, you can now find us on Spotify. So as we post this episode on social media, we will share the link to our Spotify show. If you go into Spotify and search for The Victor's Nation, you should also find us on Spotify as well. So we will start now posting all of our podcasts onto our YouTube channel, sharing them through social media, also on Spotify, and soon to come some more platforms as we head into another year of Michigan athletics. So for those of you listening,
we're almost on all of them, so it's getting pretty damn close. So
for those of you listening for the first time, thank you. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. For those of you that tune in every week and join us and add comments and get involved in the conversation. If you haven't liked or subscribed yet, be sure to do so and be sure to share with your friends. For those of you watching, Dre, we lost Dre, so this is episode 2 of the Disappearing Podcasters.
Yeah, we're just gonna be attacked again. We're being attacked again. It's all
right. But that is all right. But anyways, let's get into basketball. So just recently, Dusty May opened up a little bit to the Michigan world, everything that's going on with the basketball program. Held an open practice, allowed some of the media to be able to observe the practice. And there's a lot of excitement about the Michigan program right now. But let's start talking about the upcoming basketball season right there with Dusty May, right there with the head man that is leading the charge, moving into season 2 at the helm in Ann Arbor. And, you know, I got to say that I'm a big Dusty May fan in general. So Dusty May is somebody that, to me, he's been successful everywhere that he's been. He's a program builder. But one of the things that I really appreciate about him is he is a brilliant. He treats his role as head coach like a CEO. And he even says that. If you listen to any of his interviews, he talks about how he studies CEOs and he runs the program like a CEO. And he has a different demeanor about him. One of the things that we'll get into some of the transfers later, but Yaxel, one of the big recruits that we're bringing in, one of the things that Axel Lendenborg said about why he chose to transfer to Michigan is the positive attitude and the positivity that comes out of Dusty May. It's different. It's frustrating. I'll admit it, at times I wanted him to yell at the refs last year, but that's just not really his style. He's calm, cool.
I'm gonna throw a punch like you want him to. But...
He's not going to be punching any other coaches. Yeah. He's not going to be yelling at the ref. There's a lot of ways that he actually reminds me of John Beilein, just with his demeanor, with the way that he's building the program. He's got a lot of parallels to what we see out of what we've seen out of John Beilein. So I think it starts with him. I'm excited for what Dusty May brings to the table. I'm excited for the way that he's building the program. And he's mentioned about 25% of his job is recruiting. Not recruiting, NIL. Right now, he's dedicating about 25% of his job to NIL. that tells me that he knows that the game has changed, and he admits it. He admits that even recruiting high school players right now isn't what it used to be because of what recruiting the transfer portal is. And that's what he did coming to Michigan in year one when he came from Florida Atlantic, right? He brought Florida Atlantic to a Final Four, and then he came to Michigan. And one of the concerns was, does he have what it takes to win here? Well, he rebuilt Michigan in a year and brought us to a Sweet 16 by basically equipping us with all transfers. And
top 10 transfer portal classes very first year. Not even a game at Michigan, already a top 10 portal.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, it was awesome, and I mean that just goes to show the connection that he can make with players. And so, I'm pretty excited in general to see what Dusty May has coming for year two. What about you? What are you excited about with Dusty May?
First, speaking of John Beeline and other Johns, what's up, dude? What's up, bro? Thanks for joining us, John. I'm jacked. So he gained, like I said, a lot of momentum in his first season. It's only going to get better. But he was a number one get on my list for sure to replace Sean Howard. 27-10 record his first year, 14-6 in the second in the Big Ten in the regular season. Dismantled Purdue 86-68 in the Big Ten tournament quarterfinals. Trey saved our ass going coast to coast against Maryland to bring us to the Big Ten tournament championship, and then we beat Wisconsin that game. So his first frickin' season, he wins a Big Ten tournament championship. So phenomenal, and then he takes the team to the Sweet 16 for an impressive year. So like I already stated, didn't even play a game at Michigan. So like as a coach, didn't even coach a game at Michigan yet in regulation, and already had a top 10 transfer portal class, and we're already ranked 2 right now for this transfer class. So we got a number one good recruit, 7-3. Got the Danish player as well too, coming in 26. But dude, I'm jacked. I mean, he's come out like out of the gates hot. I mean, he's really cooking right now. So this team that he's got going right now, I know we're going to be talking about more of the players here, but dude, it's just going to go up from here as well too. So
yeah. Dre, what about you? What do you think when it comes to Dusty May coming into year two?
Well, I think he been doing this great job. I think he gonna keep the ball rolling. As you see, we had a number 2 recruiting class. I mean, transfer. It was a transfer or a recruiting class. It's transfer
portal right now, yeah. For this season,
but I mean, in the second season, that's just amazing. We went to the Sweet 16 last year, and he was like, he don't want to stop, and he just built on that. We lost a couple players, and we gained a lot more. So I'm excited to see where he goes in year 2. It's real exciting to be a Michigan basketball fan right now, because the years with Juwan Howard wasn't so good. Even though I was rooting for him, I wanted him to do so great because he was a Michigan man, but he couldn't get the job done. And the first year Dusty May has, he comes in and turn the program around like he been here for 3 or 4 years. So I'm just excited to see what's going on, and I hope he keep pushing forward. And I'm glad he excuse me, I'm glad he took initiative in the NIL program and navigating through that avenue. And it's harder because he got to navigate through that avenue and the one and done player. So he doing a real good job of figuring it out. And like I said, I can't say it enough. I'm excited to see where the finished product is.
Yeah, for sure. A couple more comments that came in here. Beat Michigan State first. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's got to be.
Yeah, it's not why I'm shaking my head. I'm shaking my head at the next comment. But yeah, I agree, Brett. Beat the shit up.
Our friend Corey, good to see you boys making great content. Good to see you boys making great content. Derek, get a background. Looks like you're in a jail cell for minors. You know what? I had a background last week and it kept kicking me off. So
maybe that's my problem too. Maybe I gotta lose my background because, buddy, I'm having problems right now. Technical problems.
Yeah, I got rid of mine, dude. It was just so shitty in the back. Love the logo. Okay.
Right. But we can pop on some merch and we got the logo.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, tying back to Dusty May, you know, the one of the other things too is you know, he's a culture builder. You could see it develop last year. You could see it with the way that the team played throughout the course of the year, but they hit some pretty strong adversity towards the end of the season. They were actually, I thought, playing some of the worst basketball of the season at the end of the regular season last year. They couldn't shoot, they couldn't rebound. They squeaked out a couple wins against teams that they should have easily beat, and they lost a handful of games that that they should have won. But then they turned it back on in the Big Ten tournament and won the Big Ten tournament. And then they went to March Madness and made a run to the Sweet 16. And they were right there with Auburn. They were in the game.
The first half, yeah.
Game. Yeah. So he's built a great culture where he's been. And as we get into some more of the stuff about Dusty May and this upcoming season, we'll talk a little bit about how that culture is coming together, because he did it in year one in the toughest year, brought them to the Sweet 16. And now it's reloading, not rebuilding. He had to rebuild. He rebuilt quickly. Now it's to the point of reloading. But he is a unique coach. So when you say, Jason, that he was at the top of your list, I think he was at the top of my list too. And I honestly didn't. I kind of expected us to botch it. So I was pretty jacked that we hired Dusty May. But I feel like it's a rarity to have a coach combination that is such a good coach and strong when it comes to NIL, right? Because I feel like some of the better coaches in college basketball or some of the better coaches in sports were kind of resistant to it. He's got a little more of that youthful energy to him, and he knows that that's part of the game. And so I think that that's going to play into recruiting, hitting in the transfer portal consistently, bringing in talented players. The fact that he is, I feel like, ahead of most when it comes to how he handles NIL and how him and Michigan are going to be handling revenue sharing, which can segue us to the impact of NIL and revenue sharing when it comes to Michigan basketball. So when it comes to that, look, so Michigan as an athletic program in general, across all sports, is going to be in a super advantageous spot when it comes to revenue sharing. So we are giving the max, right? 20.5 million is the salary cap for revenue sharing. And about 3.1% of that, or 15% of that, is going to go to men's basketball. So there's 15 roster spots. That means that if everyone gets paid the same exact salary, every player on Michigan's roster is going to get paid over $200,000. That's crazy. Like we are going to be in such an advantageous situation when it comes to revenue sharing, because we are going to be at the max that players are going to make just for being on the roster, just for playing. It doesn't mean that everyone's going to make that, but that's a lot of revenue to go around, to be guaranteed if you're playing and getting that revenue sharing to be in the mix for. That's awesome. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on where we stand when it comes to revenue sharing in particular? So Jason, go ahead.
I mean, it's going to be the second sport in athletics that's going to be getting that. But I mean, as a college fan too, like how awesome is it to be a Michigan fan right now? So football, basketball. I mean, we have national championship contender programs right now. A lot of college sports fans can't say that about their specific team, but it's really exciting from what we did in NIL and how it got kicked off middle of football season last year. But it's going to make a big impact. But I also think Dusty May is going to be able to develop as well too. I think it's going to be similar to more, right, with football. So it's like I said, so it's going to be the second program. It's going to be getting the most revenue out of NIL and revenue sharing as well too. But I think we're going to be able to do a lot of that. So, I mean, we're going to mention it, but I mean, you look like a player like Trey McKinney. We need more of those guys from Flint, Michigan, local. I mean, we got no local talent right now coming to Michigan right now. A few of them going to Notre Dame and then spread all over the place for football. But that's huge to get in-state talent. I mean, number one in the state and then one of the top players in the country. I think he's like top 20 or top 25 or whatever in the country. But, you know, that's what we really need to do. We need to get after that local talent as well. But we got pipelines in other areas, but how awesome to be a Michigan fan. Can't really say that in a lot of other college sports, right? So a lot of like other programs right now where you're like that selfishly good in football, basketball, maybe hockey. I mean, Michigan has it all right now. So it's exciting. And what they're going to be able to do with that revenue sharing, but with the culture that we have as well too, and the people backing us with NIL revenue sharing, things like that, it's going to be really good. Really good. Should be excited to be a fan right now. Pretty much all sports with Michigan, but those two for sure. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. It's an exciting time. Dre, what are your thoughts on revenue sharing and how that's going to impact basketball?
To be honest, I'm just excited for college basketball coming back to EA in 2028. Excited for that, so that helps.
What year is? I thought it was 28.
Revenue sharing.
Is it 28?
That's what I said. Yeah, 28.
Yeah,
but
we should be coming out sooner.
As far as yeah, right. As far as the revenue sharing, no, I think it's a good idea for all across all boards of the college landscape. It helps teams pay players that's not getting NIL. You know what I'm saying? And now we don't got to hear these stories about broke college kids. You know what I'm saying? Well, we stopped hearing that a while back, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Most of the college kids without NIL deals that wasn't getting these benefits is majority living meal to meal and figure it out or asking parents or whatever how I go. So it helps with a lot of things, man. And not just sports. It helps with life and so it's a good thing. I think, like I said, it's going to bring a lot of parity to the sport. You're going to have a lot of people thinking about not going. The people, especially the not guaranteed lottery picks, they're gonna have more incentives to come back and make money and develop more. And it's a lot of things. It's a lot of great things happening with college sports right now with the money and the paying of the players. It's a great thing because when I was coming up, man, it was this. I ain't never think I'd see this day where, you know what I'm saying, the college players is getting paid, and it's a real great thing, man. And I'm so happy that Michigan's is doing the right thing with their situation. So you know what I'm saying. Players are happy and the money is allocated correctly.
Yeah, definitely.
I was gonna say too, like, I mean, you mentioned like, you know, not an issue or an issue with kids not getting paid or whatever. I mean, you're not gonna have fucking Jalen Rose walking down the street looking into a store with, you know, his name or a picture of him on a T-shirt being sold. That he's not seeing any of that. So I mean, we are going to hear about previous athletes still going after the NCAA about NIL and TV, you know, and all that other stuff. But that is going to solve the problem. And what a lot of these athletes are doing with their money is giving back to that local community that they're being involved with too, as like while playing college sports. So it's a lot of good things that don't get talked about it.
To be honest, I kind of feel like it's going to be real hard to go backwards. Like we're speaking of like somebody like Jalen Rhodes to get like some compensation from the NCAA, I think it's too late. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think they should have been, if they was gonna file these lawsuits,
there's already
a long time
cases.
ago.
There's already cases of a lot of players, not just at Michigan, that are going after the NCAA right now.
If that was gonna be the case, when Ed O'Bannon, what year did Ed O'Bannon file that lawsuit?
I don't know.
That got everything started. That got everything started and shut everything down for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
I can't remember.
Like, I feel like everybody should have jumped on it then. If that's the case,
No,
like
I mean,
these lawsuits, I don't feel like they'll win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they profited off y'all name, image, and likeness, but
no. So there's
they got it on.
Chris Jenkins, Terrell Fryer, Reggie Bush. There's a bunch of other names, college athletes that are challenging the NCAA rules on NIL and eligibility. So they're for sure. It's still going to happen. These previous athletes are going after it.
And that's going to be the NCAA that has to pay.
Yes.
Yeah,
but they're going to have to pay them.
How to win that? I really don't. For the simple fact, like I said, they should have did it a long time ago. Not why
they
now all of a sudden.
Yeah, they could have, but I think now that it's more present, I think they still got a better case for it. They're still going to get hit. I don't really think it matters when.
Yes. Let's hop into a couple comments that have come in.
I think that's going to be the end of the NCAA.
For sure.
But go ahead, dude.
For sure.
Yeah.
A couple comments that have come in. Dusty May definitely put Michigan back on the bulletin board, brought us to the Sweet 16. Coach May and more are in the kitchen, chefing it up.
I'm gonna drop in your name later, Draper.
John, I thought Dre was a poster. He just sits really still sometimes.
Someone swallowing my drink, and I had to kind of spit it out a little. I was just ready to spit it all around. Shit.
Hey, man, I'll be at work all day, man. I'm tired, man. When I sit in this comfortable podcast here, I try not to move as much, man, unless I gotta talk, man. Now I gotta start livening up. People think I'm a poster. Wow.
Brett, he's John B 2.0. Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah, I agree. Agree with that.
John again. NIL is the future, the game within the game. Absolutely. I'll come back to that one in a second. John, it's always great to be a Michigan Wolverine.
Damn right.
It was a big machine back then also, NCAA, and laughing his ass off at our comments about Dre looking like a poster.
Great, bro.
But yeah, NIL is the game within the game, and that is to the embrace of revenue sharing is great. But Dusty May spends a quarter of his time or more focusing on NIL. And one of the things that he's mentioned in his conversations is that NIL is the new recruiting. That's what it's gone to. And with him studying CEOs, I was listening to an interview that he did not too long ago, and he said, one of the things that he found was that people invest in CEOs that have a good vision. If the vision of the CEO, or if they don't trust the CEO, they don't invest in those companies. Mm-hmm. And he looks at running a basketball program the same way, that he's got to spend a lot of time getting out in front of a lot of people, trying to constantly bring in as many talented people in as many different roles, not just on the court, but sit in the offices, even people that go and gather the information for phone numbers and addresses of potential players, right? And he has to have buy-in into him running the program as a CEO. And so that's what I was meaning when I said, he's kind of a unicorn when it comes to a coach that is a great coach that can build a great culture, but also is leading the charge from a CEO type perspective in running a program that's going to not only be driven by building a culture, not only driven by acquiring and retaining talent, but also driven by embracing the new era of NIL and revenue sharing. So I'm excited about that.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
All right, a couple more comments here. Jeremy, go blue. Fuck Ohio.
Not related.
Oh, blue,
Not related.
Fuck Ohio.
Not related.
Kind of always around. Zayon, Denard, Jeremy. I'm not related to any of those.
one of those three is a twin
lying.
brother.
Yeah.
Bro, I laughed so hard I ejected myself out of the pod.
Welcome back.
Draper, the feeling is back that talent actually wants to go to Michigan again. Michigan's a powerhouse because of revenue sharing and can pay. Other schools hate because they can't sit at the grown folks table. That will be a debate that we probably talk about a handful of times over the course of the next several months is that overall big impact. I think as we're talking basketball, we won't dive into it today, but I think it will impact maybe some of the excitement that comes from the Cinderella or underdog runs in March Madness.
Yeah.
All right. Reminder for anyone that's listening for the first time.
What you
or
mean
not
by you don't think
subscribed.
it'll be of them? Any more of them now?
What's that, Dre?
I said you don't think it'll be too many more Cinderella stories now?
I think it's going to go away because, because if you look at, and won't spend too much time, but if you look at what typically builds up, like think of like Steph Curry at Davidson, right? Like think of some of the big time Cinderella runs that have taken place. You might still have like a team that comes under the radar, like FAU and makes a run. That's decent program, decent talent.
Chicago, Loyola, but like those players are done after that. It's going to be a one and done, maybe.
They're going to transfer because they're going to get picked off, right? So a lot of those teams are built up with senior talent, and they're just not. You're not going to have a lot of those teams that are under the radar with 5 seniors playing on the floor that stick with the same team for 5 years.
Okay.
Nope.
But for those of you listening for the first time, be sure to subscribe. Again, find us on Spotify now. So if you go to Spotify and search for The Victors Nation, we will also start including the link to our Spotify channel so that you can listen to our audio-only podcast as well.
We don't want to hear that you don't watch podcast. Now you can listen. Yeah, please subscribe. Subscribe.
All right, well, let's transition then. We're talking about the impact of revenue sharing and NIL, and where is that impact going to be felt the most? Talent acquisition, in my opinion. And so let's talk about some upcoming roster changes. So first off, we landed the number 2, according to 24/7 Sports, the composite rankings, the number 2 transfer portal class coming into this season with the number 1 overall transfer portal target with Yaxel Lendenberg in there. So who are we bringing in via the transfer portal? Adai Mara, 7'3" center, transferring from UCLA. Yaxel Lendenberg, a guy that potentially could have been drafted, decided after going through the combine workouts to commit to Michigan. He was the number 1 overall rated player in the transfer portal. He's 6'9", a guy that can rebound, that can shoot. I think he actually set a record for rebounds at UAB this past year. Merez Johnson, a transfer from Illinois, so pulling from in conference there. But
especially from that school too, from Underwood too. I mean, he's going to be a fucking monster. I mean, that guy. I mean, I'll watch the highlights, people, if you don't know him.
Yeah, 6'9", just like Yaxel. And Elliot Cadeau, guard transfer from North Carolina, a couple-year starter at North Carolina, brought in. So four transfers. And if you look at what is being built, so we're talking about similarities between Dusty May and John Beilein. Think back to the rosters that John Beilein had. John Beilein, the way that he played was get guys that play good defense, have a big guy anchor, right? A true center anchor down low, have a true point guard that sees the floor and looks to dish the ball, and then have a rotation of about 6 other guys that can play a guard spot if they need to, that can play a forward spot if they need to, and have enough size and length that they can go and get boards. If you look at what he's bringing in, it looks a lot like what John Beilein used to run with Michigan. The big difference is that I think Dusty May prefers a higher tempo. He prefers that really that fast-paced and aggressive tempo, where John Beilein was not quite that tempo and a lot more fundamentally sound on defense. And that tempo kind of hurt us a little bit at times last year, because I don't know that we had the team to fully execute that tempo, and that led to a lot of turnovers. But who are we excited about here? Or what are we excited about with this group of 4 transfers coming in, making up the number 2 transfer portal class, which to me is, especially in basketball, when there's only 5 positions on the floor at one time, being able to have such a strong transfer portal class to me is huge. Jason, go ahead.
So I'm excited about all 4. Yaxel, for sure. I mean, best player in the portal. I'm a little nervous with testing NBA waters if he was going to come to Michigan or not, but yeah, made the right choice there, especially for me as a fan. But like I said, if you've not watched Morez Johnson Jr. from Illinois last year and some of the plays he made, sophomore this year, he's a freshman last year, absolute freak. He's going to be our big body down low, very physical. Yaxel's very physical as well, too. I'm excited about Elliott. Gonna miss. We'll probably get into like the transfers here in a little bit, but I'm gonna miss Trey. I'm gonna miss Trey Donaldson. He definitely saved our ass a few games last year, but he also made some mistakes as well too. But I don't know if the turnover issue is going to be solved this year. So we got Elliott, right? So from North Carolina. He's going to get his. He's going to generate points. He's going to get assists. But so I know Draper, hopefully you're still in here, but I saw your comment as well on Facebook a couple of days ago when I posted the basketball jerseys, the numbers, names. So I did a little research on that as well, too. So 113 turnovers last season from Elliott. He led the ACC in the most turnovers last year in that conference. So, like I said, he's going to get his, but, man, we got to clean that shit up for sure. So that makes me a little nervous. With Trey, it's almost like an Auburn situation. They brought in a point guard. He left. I think he's a competitor on the court. I just don't think he likes competing with other players for that starting role. We just saw him do it twice. He's headed to the Canes. Ada from UCLA. Dude, 7'3". So, there's Ada. So, there's a picture with him with Dusty May, and then there's a picture with Dusty May and the guy from Denmark as well, too. But, anyone can make Dusty May, I guess, look a little short. I guess he's a shorter guy, but I don't know, man. I just short, from what dude, for real, but I don't know, just watching him at UCLA, he's a tall guy. I just don't think he's physical. I just don't think he's a physical player. So, I am kind of worried about those two in the transfer, what we got in the portal. I think they are top talents. They're going to get theirs. It's just with Adai, I just don't know. Just watching him and stuff, too, I just don't know if he's the physical big body that we're looking down low. He's got height. I'll give him that, but I don't know about him yet. So I'm more excited about Morez Johnson Jr., and I'm more excited about Yaxel out of the 4 for sure. Just being honest.
Yeah, I think systematically, I think that size by Daimara will play well into the Dusty May system. Especially one of the things that we were missing last year was consistent outside shooting. If we can get a little bit better outside shooting, if we can get a little better outside shooting, that will open it up. The one thing that I have read up on Adai, because I haven't watched a lot of film on him, is he's going to go after the boards. All right, and so last year we gave up.
Danny. Yep.
Yeah, we gave up way too many second chance points.
It was an issue. Yeah,
and so if we can have someone that even with Vlad Golden at times, I thought, love Vlad. I thought he was a little bit soft getting, trying to jump higher than everyone instead of get a body and get the board. So,
yeah,
I'll be excited to see what Adai does there. And he may come in and out, and they may have some smaller lineups that they go with, but Yaxel Lendenberg is for sure the prize of this transferred class, and Morris Johnson is right behind him. Right, but those two guys are going to be pretty interchangeable, I think. But Yaxel, I mean, he is a beast. He's a beast on the boards. He averaged 17 points per game last year. He shot over 50% from the field, and I mean, he's good defensively, and he's got a really cool story too, because last year was his first year playing Division I basketball. Before that, he was in junior college. He was playing at his junior college prior to that. So he still has a lot of development, and he didn't even get into basketball until his mom made him. His mom made him play basketball, and it turned out he ended up being pretty damn good at it. If he would have played maybe at the same capacity that a lot of these guys do it through his whole life, he would have been probably an elite target early on, not had to go through the route of junior college to a smaller level Division I program to now come into Michigan. So I'm pretty jacked up for him and Morez Johnson. Morez Johnson just had a really good overall performance for Team USA this summer too. So pretty excited. Dre, any thoughts on the transfer portal class coming in for Michigan?
No, not really. Y'all said it all. Like I said, I'm excited. But the number one guy, I forgot his name. I don't know how to say his name.
Yaxel.
Yazzer.
Yaxel, yeah.
Yaxel, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited to see what he gonna do, and I'm just wait. I want to see what my man Trey gonna do. That's what I'm really waiting for. I really these transfers I'm really not excited about, even though they help. I'm more excited about the people coming in as freshmen. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what they got, what we really got. But you know what I'm saying? The team is everybody, so I'm excited for them too. But I'm just excited for Michigan basketball. Period. We're in a weird but good spot. Like, we don't know how good we is yet, and it's just amazing to see what's going on. So we're in a weird spot as Michigan basketball fans to just gotta wait till the season progress. But I know one thing, we do gotta cut off on them turnovers though. So whoever in this transfer portal, I hope they came to cut off these turnovers. Because sheesh. I think we could have won the national championship. We had these turnovers like we was.
It's not even. I mean, it's other thing. I mean, we'll talk about it after with predictions. But yeah, turnovers were the worst part. But yeah, there's a lot of other shit. If you would have told us if you would have told me like our record was going to be that 27-10 overall record with all the issues that we'd be having per game, would have never believed it. But we won when it counted. It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it came back to bite us in the Sweet 16 against Auburn. We had an opportunity to win that game, but we didn't.
Yes, we did.
We all caught up here on comments. Did we miss any of that?
No. So this was the last one. So just Draper, I agree with Jason. Weight room 7-3. I mean, just watch his highlights. Iffy. Yeah, I agree with you, Draper. We'll see what he does. But no, we got to go back, Derek.
I think my man from UCLA, I think they brought him in to be an outside threat. I don't think they brought him in to be like a banger on the inside. I think they brought him in for the like a stretch big. From watching him from last year, I think that's what he's good at.
Yeah, because I don't think he's going to be good down low, so I believe it.
What do we got?
What else?
Draper.
So we got Corey. So this is the last one. So this is John's. What up again, dude? And then how you boys like our boy Dave Portnoy, partner Barstool and Fox to join Big Noon to kick off this college season. I love it. I think he's going to put the Buckeye fans in the
Dave Portnoy doing a Big Noon? Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that just came out today. Yeah.
Man,
Yep.
I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to meet my boy.
Yeah.
I ain't seen that either. I'm gonna try to meet my boy. Man. Hopefully I can get a picture with that. And man, if I can get that, bro, I've been trying to meet him for the last 2-3 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got a thumb.
What's next on the agenda?
We got a thumbs up. Means we're doing a good job. During this basketball season, Dusty May gave me high hopes. So Draper, hope LJ Kaysen steps up. I want to see this Yaxel in the 7-3. Yeah, 7. Yeah, I mean 7-3 is advantageous if you can fill out that body a little bit.
Have to check out his highlights. I got to check out his highlights. Yaxel.
It's the maize and blue
Kaysen
attraction,
too,
my friends.
I'm telling you.
Jeremy Robinson. We believe in Dusty May.
Yep.
DP is on his way, boys. Living up game day for sure. Dave Portnoy, for sure.
I just sent posts on Facebook too, but yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Awesome. And then Dre kind of alluded to this, right? But
that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Strong transfer portal class.
Coming to big known.
Strong transfer portal class, but we've got a pretty good incoming freshman class as well, with 3 incoming freshmen led by Trey McKinney, a Michigan product. Yep. The best players in Michigan stay in Michigan, right? So the best players in Michigan go to Michigan. And Trey McKinney, I think, so guard, 6'4", 225, coming out of high school. I mean, I think he's going to contribute right away. I don't know that he's going to be a starter right away, but I think he's going to be in the rotation.
He's going to be there right away,
Winters Grady, another forward guard hybrid type player, 6'5", from Florida. He was kind of a late bloomer in the recruiting process, but another guy that apparently can shoot. Right. So you can tell with some of the guys that Dusty May is trying to bring in that he knew that shooting struggles were an issue last year. So again, as an incoming freshman with what we've loaded up on with returning talent that we'll get to shortly, and transfer talent that we brought in through the transfer portal, I don't necessarily know how much he'll contribute in year one. And then maybe a sleeper, 3-star Patrick Liebert, 6'6". Maybe someone that can have that, maybe a little bit of that, again, fringe guard forward type role. And again, he's kind of a sleeper when it comes to being a shooter.
Yeah, I'm excited about him too.
But I think Trey McKinney, I think he is the highlight of this incoming freshman class.
Yeah, solid with Team USA as well too, and that league. But he's just going to be an absolute freak. Like another considered red shirt or freshman as well too. So you got Oscar Goodman as well too, from New Zealand, I think. Yeah, I think he's from New Zealand. But he's physical. He's a physical body as well too. And then we got our home dude from Germany as well too, 7'1". Trying to find his name here. I can't remember. But Cordell, freshman, 7'1" center. So there's also some international players as well too that we kind of got to look at. They're somewhat considered freshmen as well too. But so Derek, you mentioned sleepers. I think those are 2 other sleepers as well too that might surprise some fans as well. So both are pretty physical as well. The Denmark dude, the guy that's like 9 feet tall, 7'3" actually, like he ain't coming until next year, but yeah, another big body.
Yeah, but that's the system, right? They get a big body.
Got to be more physical, dude. Defense was a struggle with Jawan. As soon as we lost D-lines players, defense was tough to watch. It's not a good time. Not a good time. So we're talking offense, shooters. That's why we got them. Okay, what the hell are they going to do on the other end of the floor? So we're talking about a guy. We're talking about the UCLA transfer. Probably needs to hit the weight room like Draper said. What is he going to do at the end of the floor? So we'll see. Only time will tell. So.
And it sounds like
does Trey start?
I don't think so.
Maybe he's gonna get minutes though for sure, but I don't think he starts yet. He might later on, but yeah, I mean he's gonna get minutes though for sure.
Yeah, I don't think
y'all don't think he start over what his name? Bennett?
Well, who? Okay, to who?
Because they play the same position, correct? Him and Bennett. Is it
Barrett or Burnett?
Burnett.
He ain't gonna start over Burnett.
Yeah, I don't.
Burnett's a 6-year player.
Yeah.
He won't. He's gonna get minutes, but you just can't.
Yeah, I mean, there's been reports that at times he looks like one of the best guys on the floor.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like he's gonna get playing time for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Time.
No, sorry. Okay.
A couple more questions that have come in, but I mean, overall, good freshman class. So before we get into the questions, we'll recap and tie a couple of these things up that we've talked about. So I think when you see this much momentum building up with the transfer portal class and the incoming recruiting class, that's positive. Like I said, right? So year one was a rebuild. Year two was a reload, even though we're bringing in a lot of new talent. We'll get into the returning talent here in a second. But there's some more comments that have come in. So Gigi, she's got dibs, Dre, on meeting Dave before you do.
She might have earned that. Yeah, she might be earning that. Yeah.
Mike, Michigan Athletics are looking tough for this upcoming year.
Hey, she's been calling that for a minute.
Yeah. Michigan Athletics are looking tough for this upcoming year. Only team in the country to have a first-round pick in all the major sports: football, basketball, baseball, and hockey.
Which your brother-in-law, happy birthday! Happy birthday to your daughter, Margot. By the way, today. Love it.
There you go. Family love.
He's a
happy birthday.
Yeah, big Badger fan.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
John, sensing a challenge.
It's a challenge every day when it comes to Michigan in my house, man. I swear it is. It's a big challenge, man. Yeah, bro. Every day, bro. Yeah, bro. You see?
Right.
See? We are very competitive. Me and her, we go at it every day about this Michigan stuff. But I love it.
We're gonna
keep me on my toes.
That's a good segue going into this one too.
Yeah. So here's a good segue. So Draper, I'm glad Namari Burnett and Roddy Gale Jr. are back too. Their experience from last year will pay off. So yes, so not to be lost on things that we're talking about heading into this upcoming basketball season. Yeah, we're excited about Dusty May in season 2. We're excited about Michigan's embracing of NIL and revenue sharing. We're excited about the new talent that we're bringing in via the transfer portal. And the incoming freshman, especially Trey McKinney. But we are also excited about the fact that we're bringing back some pretty talented players from last year's team. So you got two of them right there, Namari Burnett, Roddy Gale Jr., and don't forget about Will Shetter coming back, who's been probably the biggest grinder on Michigan's roster the last couple of years. Just a spark plug every time that he enters the game. And he has just gotten better year after year too. And then LJ Kaysen moving into his second year, who started off strong, faded mid-season, and came on strong again at the end and had a strong tournament for us.
So clutch moments too. So I think he's going to be good. If the consistency's there, he's going to be a good player.
A lot of momentum, but looking at the experience, right? So this is Dusty May, bringing in a lot of new talent to be led by experienced players that have the identity of Michigan ingrained in them, right? So Namari Burnett and Will Shetter and Roddy Gale, between the three of them, they probably have 15 years of basketball experience, because something like that. It's crazy.
Burnett's 6. Burnett's 6. It's a 6 years. So
and then I think Roddy Gale and Shetter are 4.
Ohio State transfer.
So 14 years.
Yeah. It's
So
good experience.
There's a lot of experience with those guys, and LJ Kaysen being a young guy, but it's telling about a guy that went through what LJ Kaysen went through last year, not to hit the transfer portal, right? To stick it out. And he just did an interview, and he said that there's stupid things that he needs to get better at, that he was just kind of too immature for as a true freshman, which a lot of us forget about, right? A lot of us forget that these freshmen are 18 years old, and it's just staying up too late, not eating healthy enough, right? Not getting enough sleep, not eating right. And that's something that as some of these young kids transition into elite level athletes, that's just a change that they have to make, going from being a kid to competing against some of the best in the world. And so I think there's a lot of depth collectively on this roster between what we've got coming back with contributors, with Namari Burnett, Roddy Gale, LJ Kaysen, all playing the guard position, but Gale and Burnett can slide over into a little bit of a forward position if they need to. Combine that with bringing in Elliot Cadeau and Trey McKinney and Winters Grady in the backcourt, and you've got a solid backcourt. You've got a lot of depth of guys that can play the guard position, and then merge that with the guys that we've got ready to play the forward position, with Will Shetter being a contributor there that's going to be coming back, Yaxel and Merez Johnson as well, that we're going to be strong there in our front court, and then with a 7-3 anchor down low. I mean, there's a lot of depth. There's a lot of guys that should be able to contribute valuable minutes. It might even be pretty hard to come up with a consistent starting 5.
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
I mean, but we need a good bench though too. I mean, so I just don't think you can. It's going to be like rotations, like after rotations. So, which Dusty May is good at. I mean, we struggle with that with Juan, who's kind of confusing on some of those things. But
yeah, I mean, Juan had random substitutions. Dusty May puts in unique combinations to run different types of
strategically
with the guys that he has.
Yeah.
So, and I'll be excited because we should be able to shoot pretty well from a lot of those positions on the court. LJ's shown that he can make it rain if he wants to. Roddy Gale, I think I don't think he could have bought a 3-pointer last year.
But against Ohio State killed us. And Ohio State, the regulation game too. Like he showed up. He showed up to it all. I mean, he showed up later in the season. Way later in the season.
He did. Yeah.
One of his shots he went up way too hard. He's just overly aggressive. Like, holy shit, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But he saved. There was some games at the end of the year he saved our ass in too. So props to him.
Yeah, but one of the things that Dusty May highlights with Roddy Gale is he could dish the ball. That dude could. If you look at some of the bigger plays, some of the sweeter dunks that we saw out of Danny Wolf and Vlad last year, Roddy Gale was dishing up some pretty nice assists. So not to be lost in the fact that he couldn't buy a 3-pointer. And sometimes he looked lost on the court. Is that he could he could dish the ball pretty good.
He kind of he doesn't remind me, like, I don't know. But was it Shandy Brown or whatever? I think he's playing international right now. I don't know where I think he's in China or something. But he kind of reminds me of him a little bit. I don't know why. I would still take Brown all day, just more physical, but maybe a little bit better shooter as well too. He just kind of reminds me a little bit. And I miss that guy. I follow him on Twitter all the time. I love his shit.
Yeah, Shandy Brown was money. Shandy Brown was
dude,
money.
I miss that guy. Dude, he was fucking fun to watch. He's just a physical guy too.
Yeah. And speaking Those are the types of guys that Michigan's recruiting right now, though, is the Shondy Brown, Isaiah Livers type players that because Isaiah Livers, I miss the hell out of Isaiah Livers. That guy was one of my favorite players on our roster.
Remember that dunk he had against Florida? When he like jumped from the free throw, like, holy fuck. Dude, I still have that video saved yet. Like, my God. That was insane. And his passing ability, too. We could have a whole podcast about Isaiah Livers, dude. Whole pod about him.
We'll have to try and connect with him. Maybe he'll come on one day.
Dude, I would love it.
Draper, Juwan Howard blinded me because of my love for the Fab Five. He was confusing.
Exactly, Draper.
Dusty May will do it better with the mixed rotation because he has a lot of depth.
I still like Juwan Howard, and there was nothing but love when Howard left. I mean, he even connected with Dusty May as well, too. It was a smooth handoff, smooth transition. So there was nothing like ill will, but yeah, for sure. What Dre said too earlier, we wanted him to succeed. Any Michigan fan wanted him to succeed. He's not a college coach. He's not a college coach.
No. I don't even think it was coaching. I think it was more recruiting, to be honest.
He recruited because of his name, but he couldn't develop. And he couldn't. And Michigan lost its identity on the defensive side of the court. That was the problem with Juwan.
Corey, one of his more serious comments.
We already know. Yeah, we're going to talk about him a bit.
Yes, absolutely has turnovers have to be improved upon. So of course,
because Corey just took some of my stats too. I'm like,
if Dusty doesn't figure out how to coach his team to stop turnovers, ranked 337 out of 335. That's not it's an exaggeration. I feel like, but
I think, like I said,
no, it's not. No, it's not. We had 517 turnovers last year, and it averaged 14 per game. He's not bullshit.
Per game.
That's a true stat. That's a true stat.
He just got some numbers mixed up. 337 out of 335.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about.
Some players just don't transfer into coaching. Fab Five forever, but it sucks for sure. Gotta love gotta love the fact though, like while we're talking about Juwan Howard, gotta love the fact that Jace Howard stuck around last year, right? Like he absolutely could have transferred and stuck around and finished off his time at Michigan.
Hey, speaking of that, what if Dusty May get what's the name, son? That's a possibility. Jason Richardson's son.
Oh shit! Yes. So yeah. So he doesn't even have Michigan State on his list right now, and they're pissed.
No, he said he didn't want to go to Michigan State.
He wants to build his own legacy.
Yeah,
he wants to build his own legacy.
Come on, to Michigan.
If we get him, he's a 5-star. Dude, that would be the top of the class right there for sure.
Yep. Come on in.
Well, only good things left to come with the recruiting momentum that we're going to keep building. All right, but let's get to finish the podcast off here, and let's look at a prediction for this upcoming season. Right, I think we've stockpiled ourselves with talent. I think that this team's going to be better than last year's team. I think that it helps that there's a foundation that is players that have returned that are leading the charge, that are leading the identity of the team. But I think we've replenished ourselves with more depth and more talent than what we had last year. And so I'm excited for this team. The only thing that I think maybe we're going to trade out is I think we're not going to have quite as much ability to dominate with our size like we did last year with Danny Wolf and Vlad. But I think we're going to have a better ability to shoot from the perimeter. And I think that's going to, and I think we're going to have people that rebound from more positions, because last year we got out rebounded, but a lot of it was because our guards were not boxing out and they were getting long rebounds off of long misses. I think this year, with the emphasis on bringing in guys that are 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" ish from size will help us in that sense. But I think it's completely feasible to get another Big Ten title, whether it's a regular season title or a Big Ten tournament championship. And I think it's completely feasible to have a Final Four run.
Yeah, for next year? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, if we do that and we get far, I mean, we probably could get Jackson Richardson. So I'm glad Dre brought that up. Someone's forgot about that. I mean, if we get him, that's going to be a big pickup. Big pickup. But yeah, them just ask you what I think. Or no, go ahead, Dre.
I think we get a little step further, maybe to the Elite Eight, maybe even the Final Four. But I don't think we win it this year. I think it's gonna take him maybe one more year to win it, all to get like all his players and maybe a 5-star or 2. You know what I'm saying, from next year. But I think he real close. I think we're closer than we all think. And I think this year, instead of just the tournament championship, I think he gets the regular season too. Because I don't think Michigan State gonna be that good this year. And I don't know if I don't care about the rest of the Big Ten. It's like Michigan or nothing with me. Sorry, yeah, I'm a little biased.
Always a competitive conference.
Yeah. All right, Jason, final thoughts on predictions for the upcoming season?
Yeah, so I mean, replacing Reuben Jones, Jace Howard. I know he didn't play a lot, but whatever. But still a good player. But that Vlad Golden, Danny Wolf, those guys were clutch. I mean, there was some consistency issues last year, but still replacing those players is going to be tough. So, like I said, Trey Donaldson to Miami, Justin Pippen to Cal. I don't know. That's just a weird situation to me. Played a lot as a freshman, transferred prior to the Sweet 16. Weird, but whatever. It's like you had the games. I mean, you played a lot of minutes, dude. I don't get it, but whatever. But haven't won a championship since '89. Like I said, there's a lot of college sports fans that only stick to one sport. But, I mean, we're pretty well off being Michigan fans, knowing even hockey as well, too, but knowing in baseball a few years back, but knowing well, too, that we might be looking at a football natty. We might be looking at a basketball natty with Sharon Moore and Dusty May in the next how many years. Like, we should definitely be excited about that, for sure. We really got to think about that as fans. Give it some time. Probably not going to happen right away. But we're in really good position with revenue sharing, NIL, but as well as mixing with the culture and the type of names and the coaches that we have. It's getting into place. So name another college that is going to be like that. You can't. You really can't give me another one that's probably going to be like that in a football, basketball scenario. So I think the last one we might have looked at was years ago with the Florida Gators, but that's exciting. We definitely need to be excited about that. But God, I mean, we talked about some of this throughout the pod. Play a full freaking game. Like, take care of the ball. Stop turning the ball over. So Corey stole some of my thunder here, but props to him. 517 turnovers last season, averaging 14 turnovers per game. I mean, that was brutal. There was a lot of close games that we couldn't maintain a large lead, too. So I know, Derek, you were kind of talking about some of the inconsistencies. We got cold shooting the fucking ball, and then we turned the ball over. So I love the run and gun on offense a lot more with Dusty May. Rebounding was half and half, but that was another issue, too. So besides turnovers, consistency with scoring and shooting beyond the perimeter as well, too. But rebounding was a pain in the ass as well, too. And so, I mean, a lot of games. I mean, 27-10 with those issues, unbelievable. But we need to do better. So who's going to be replacing Danny Wolf on the boards as well, too? But it was an exciting season overall, but I just felt like watching Michigan and Bama in the Rose Bowl, there was just signs of heart attacks. Yeah, every basketball game in regulation last year, like, fuck. Like, choking on leads, can't shoot, got cold, turning the ball over, forcing passes, forcing shots, can't rebound it on both sides of the court. It was just tough, but we need consistent play in all positions. All positions. Consistency is the key word here for this program going forward. But regardless, most of the time, we found ways to win in close games. And I think Dusty May, needed that as a coach. He's obviously seen those types of scenarios before, but also, with Trey going coast to coast to send us to the Big Ten championship title game, the tournament game. I mean, that was awesome too. But I think it just shows that the Michigan basketball program needed those games because we needed to face adversity. It just shows how tough we were, even though it was frustrating to watch some of those games. But it was a tough conference, but we really showed adversity, and that program really needed that. And it's something we weren't seeing with Juwan Howard as well either. So we fought the good fight. We lost some games, but then we came back and we won some of those games that we were choking into, and we were just self-inflicting wounds. And that builds that program's legacy as well too, and just the strength in that locker room as well. So culture-wise, it was a good thing, even though it's kind of a bitch to watch some of those games, to tell you the truth. But it was good. It was good. Into rant. What do we got next?
Nothing. That's a mic drop. No, I mean, absolutely right. I can't. I lost count of how many times Michigan had a 15-point lead, and the game ended up coming down to the final couple of possessions. It was ridiculous holding on to the lead.
Most cases it worked out at Madison too. Fuck, heart attack.
Yeah, stone cold shooting, turning the ball over. It was ridiculous at times, but again, 27-10, Sweet 16, first year, completely rebuilt roster. There's a lot of things that are probably going to be better from that sense of this year, I think, but they have to be. I mean, those have to. Yeah. We're not going to be able to win that many close games again. We're not going to be able to keep pulling those out. So I think you're spot on the things that need to be improved upon. But what do you think? What's your overall prediction on the season?
I mean, you know me, man. I'm going undefeated.
Undefeated national championship.
I mean,
for basketball,
Kentucky was the last team. I know, I'm just fucking with you guys. I know Kentucky, I think, was the last team to almost do it, right? Wisconsin beat them in the tournament.
Yeah.
Man, I think a similar record. I'm gonna go like close to 27-10 of what we did last year. That's a good thing. We took second in the Big Ten in the conference in regulation. We won the Big Ten tournament championship. We got to the Sweet 16. But if we can clean up some of those errors with a better team coming in, like mind blowing, well, damn, Jason, I thought we had a really good team last year. We did. We did really have a good team last year, right? Transfer portal included. We're going to probably have a better one this year. But if Elliott can clean up his turnovers from what he did in the ACC last year, if we can clean up the rebounding, if we can get more physical, better on defense, and then also be able to hit the three ball, I mean, I don't want to say natty. I think there's more experience, and we got the money to maintain the players. I would say maybe Final Four this year, and then maybe a national championship in 2 years. But I'm going to go with similar records. It's still going to be a tough conference regardless. It's college basketball, but yeah, that's going to be my prediction. So a really good year. Better team coming in, if that was even possible, on Dusty May's second tour. But yeah, I think we do a Final Four. I think we win the Big Ten regular season, and I think we win the Big Ten tournament as well, too, for 2 years in a row, which, last how many years Michigan's always been in the mix to win that. So it's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of excitement. I honestly, I can't remember the last time that I was excited about Michigan basketball in July. Even when there were some really good teams, but speaking of the CEO mentality, Dusty May, he found a way to brand Michigan basketball in the summertime. When we're all getting jacked up for football season.
Fucking Red Wings need to make the playoffs. Tigers are on top. Red Wings better make the fucking playoffs. playoffs this year. I'm gonna be so pissed if they don't. That's another episode. But yeah, Dre, what do you think? I'm getting irritated with that. It's sickening.
I'll say the same, close to the same record as last year as well. Probably a couple wins more, man. But I think we like I said, I think we win the regular season Big Ten or the tournament again, and I think we get to the Elite Eight or Final Four. And if we don't win it this year, I think next year will be our year.
Yeah,
that's
I agree too. I think in 2 seasons, I think we win it. So we got, especially if we could get Jackson Richardson, if he comes to Michigan as well too, and some other players that follow him, and even it's freshmen, they're beyond their level and their age right now. So I mean, 2 years, yeah, we could definitely be looking at a natty. We have the revenue sharing to give to those players too to keep them at Michigan. So it's all segueing together, all tied in together.
Trey and Richardson's son. Woo-wee.
Yeah, Jackson Richardson. Yeah. Yep.
And Trey. And Trey, what's his name? Trey McKinney. And Jackson Richardson.
Yep.
Yeah, and Richardson. Oh, gotta be a nice little.
Yep.
Quick.
And Aldridge have another year of eligibility. We could probably get him back.
Well,
he transferred to Purdue.
We're gonna keep landing top transfers too. We're gonna become at least as long as we keep this up, that we're gonna become a transfer destination. But
it's not about the money. I mean, we talked about NIL. It's not just the money to bring these players in. It has a part to do with that, but it's also the culture, what we're building, football, basketball, other academics, as well too, just with the university and the brand. So there's a lot more thing in the development as well too, which we didn't have that with Jawan, but it's a mixture of things that's drawing attention to these recruits for sure.
Yeah. One last comment here, Draper. Good show tonight, boys. Showing love to Michigan basketball. Prediction 24-14. Number 2 win Big Ten. Final Four. Win the Natty. One can dream, right? Sure can.
Yep. I like Drapers. Drapers instead.
But for everyone that tuned in tonight, thanks for joining us. If you can do us a favor, whether you're tuning in on YouTube, Spotify, whatever, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed or if you're not following us, hit that follow button. And if you've got other friends that are diehard Michigan fans, have them join the community. We're by fans for fans, and that's what we're always going to be. So thanks for tuning in. Love talking basketball.
Trying to get 500 on YouTube. We're at 255 right now, so keep pushing that. It's free to subscribe. So like Derek was saying, like and subscribe, comment, join us live. And then want to get up to 20,000. We need 20,000. So last episode we got up to like 218 views, which is our largest ever, and we'd only done like under 60 episodes. So we're gonna keep growing this thing. Appreciate everyone's love as well too. Just subscribe, help us out, and then like I said, fans just like you guys, and we're gonna be in Ann Arbor a few times this year for football as well too. So I definitely want to meet anyone in person. So be a lot of walking around, trying to get in shape. Just shit. When I go out to the mailbox, I'm like dying. That's not even back to the house. I have to set up camp. Not good. But yeah, Dre.
Close this out, Dre.
Your thing, dude.
Love one another. Respect one another. Go blue.
Go blue.
Go blue.